I'm David Bruce, and you're watching 2K Sports. Monday Hoops coming up. It's the Miami Heat facing off against the New York Knicks. And now let's turn it over to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke at the arena. I'll have more for you at halftime.
We make it cool to be something. We make it cool to be something.
Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. First for Miami, Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. Then it's LeBron James, and it's Haslem in at the power forward position. And for the Knicks, Felton is out there with Iman Shumpert. And in the middle, the 2012 Defensive Player of the Year, 7'1" rebounder, shot blocker, and leader Tyson Chandler. Then it's Anthony, and it's Bargnani in at the 4 spot.
You know, the Knicks got off to a fast start, but when you employ as many old bodies as they did last year, it's hard to sustain the level of play you need over the course of a full season. It's one reason they started to falter a bit late in the year.
It'll be the Knicks off the tip. Chalmers against Felton, and that one's good.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
And Clark, you said the Knicks did hit that lull last season right after the All-Star break into early March. But Steve, when the vets saw the finish line in sight, they picked up their play and got back in it.
That's right. They won 13 games in a row late in the season, catapulting themselves back into the top tier of teams in the East, and let everyone know that they would not be exiting the playoffs early. That really was the start of that run.
Here's Felton after the made shot from Haslem. Chandler with a screen for Felton. Back to Shumpert. Wide open look. Second chance shot. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Their whole defense is better just with him being out there, Kevin. His ability to know exactly what's going on, to communicate, to be in the right position. And he's a great example for his teammates to follow.
And I also can't get over how much energy he expends rebounding the basketball. He goes all out on the boards every single night. Tyson Chandler, first-time All-Star last season, his 12th season in the league. This is a guy that came right out of high school. It was a long time coming for him, but certainly that All-Star berth well-deserved.
And for Tyson Chandler, it's been a long road. Over the last few seasons, Steve, he's playing undoubtedly the best basketball of his career.
Yeah, a key contributor on Team USA, an NBA champion with the Mavericks in 2011, and now an NBA All-Star. It's the defense, it's the understanding of his teammates and the game plan. Just a very, very smart player and a hard worker as well.
And here's Bargnani after Dwayne Wade hitting the 3. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
A short time ago, Mike Woodson and I were able to catch up. We talked about their defensive game plan, and he said, for Dwayne Wade, you've got to make him a jump shooter and not fight for his pump fakes. When you do that, it's a foul or he's going to go right by you for the dunk. For Kevin, Wade known for that deadly shot fake. We'll see if they can stay disciplined.
Thanks again, Doris.
You see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket.
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Now here's Wade. He feeds it to Bosh. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. Felton with the ball. LeBron with the block. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Chandler with the steal. Shumpert against LeBron, and there's the call on James. That's his first foul.
Well, he tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Now, here is Bargnani. Outside Anthony. Bargnani dishes to Carmelo. Moves back up. Chandler, no good. Now here's LeBron. D-Wade on the wing. He lobs it up. LeBron. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And as he has gained more experience in the league, Wade has taught himself to rely a bit more on his jump shot and a little less on attacking the rim. But still, you see his confidence really lies in his ability to attack the lane.
And Wade, still a player who thrives on getting in the lane, Clark, and for his career, under 30% from long range.
Yeah, you know, his jump shot is more of a mid-range weapon, quite honestly. He loves the bank shot, loves the floaters, and is always looking to get somebody in the air with that pump fake. And usually, more times than not, guys bite, and he gets free throws.
He gets to the line, you're right. Bosh, that's good.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Now, here's Felton. He dishes it to Bargnani. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Bargnani's got his first 3 points of the game.
The Heat have magnificent talent, but even coming off an NBA title, they had never put their name into the conversation of the great team until last spring when they went on that amazing 27-game winning streak.
One-on-one here. Chalmers pass to Bosh. The slam dunk by Wade. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
Here's Felton. Following the score by Miami. Chandler right side. Bargnani inside the three-point line. But they get it back. And there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into very serious foul trouble early in this game.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Chris Anderson is checked in for Bosh. Battier comes in for Udonis Haslem. Ray Allen, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers.
Get open, get open.
And World Peace kicks to Anthony. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Anthony's got his first basket of the night. And for the Heat, they were staring right at the 72 Lakers win record, and I'm sure everyone remembers, but ultimately they would fall asleep to the Bulls after 27 consecutive wins.
Yeah, that streak to me was one of the great feats in NBA history. Winning 27 games in a row in the regular season, so difficult, but it showed you what the Heat were made of. They really were battling every night, and I thought that put them on a great run heading into the playoffs.
He kicks it to Cole. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And is out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
16 seconds on the shot. 16.
LeBron dishes to Cole. Back to LeBron. Allen covered by Smith. From deep three-point range. Here's Anderson. Excellent D there from Stoudemire. New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Udrih, defended by Allen. Anthony, the pass to Stoudemire. Back to Anthony, outside World Peace. Clock at 6. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. World Peace has got his first points in this one.
Wow, this has been a thriller. I mean, the way these teams are battling, just going back and forth.
Would you like to bet that this game may end on a buzzer beater? How much would you bet?
An even 3-on-3 break. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Working on James. Smith for 3. Can't get it to go. And Miami the other way now. Allen kicks to Anderson. Cole, pass to LeBron. Shoots the 3. And again, LeBron missing. Dishes to World Peace. Feeds to Carmelo. Passes to Smith. Back to Anthony. From 12 feet out. Another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Knicks lead by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment.
You know, Heat head coach Erik Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication has really become an outstanding coach.
And Cole kicks to Battier from deep. Cole's shot is good. Cole's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Miami.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Dwayne Wade, maybe more so than LeBron and Chris Bosh, has had to make sacrifices in his role when they assembled the Big Three in Miami. Wade said, quote, "If I was a selfish guy, it never would have worked. Myself and LeBron both being alphas. But you can only play this game for so long. And when you leave this game, what memories do you want to have? I want to have memories of success as a team. And it's not easy. It's hard. But the only thing I need to prove to myself is that I can be a part of a winning team. Guys, that's what it's all about."
Well, they've got it right, Doris. When you win, all the accolades take care of themselves. Stoudemire left side. Smith trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And back to Coach Erik Spoelstra as a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart. Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat movement, analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various information, and it will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy for a coaching staff to do.
New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Udrih, defended by Cole. Here's Anthony, and too long on the shot.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
Allen, covered by World Peace. Lets it go with a three. And LeBron James good for three. LeBron's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, one thing that was a big problem for the Knicks in their postseason run, and really in their overall season, is that they had trouble rebounding the ball at times. That's a problem if you're going to be a championship caliber team. You've got to board the ball.
Allen dishes to Cole. Anderson. Battier outside. Here's Cole. And the Heat, another three.
Well, he's really starting to get in the flow now. A nice groove. That's his second here in the quarter, after none in the first.
And you saw it for the Knicks last year, as you were talking about, Clark, and mostly against the Pacers, where they were out-rebounded in that series by a double-digit margin. Steve, you can't have that happen and expect to win a series in the playoffs.
No, that was a tough matchup, though. Kevin, Indiana was such a good rebounding team, so strong inside, and the matchups just did not go New York's way. But I think it's something they'll have to get better at this season if they plan on making a deeper run, because matchups like that are going to happen, and you have to be prepared. One of the great shooters in the history of the game. I mean, Ray Allen is just amazing with that deep range, incredible accuracy, and he can also put the ball on the deck a little bit once or twice, pull up jump shots, get to the foul line. Allen's just one of the most consistent scorers we've had in the game for a long time.
And he's rehearsed that motion for so long. It's automatic. I mean, it's something he can do in his sleep. He doesn't even think about the situation or the defender. He eyes his target and lets it fly.
Well, what a year for Melo. He just started so hot and he kept it going throughout last season. Led the league in scoring and I think really became the superstar that he seemed destined to become.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
Now Udrih. Udrih off a pick from Stoudemire. And Udrih kicks to Anthony. There's the dish to Udrih. J.R. Smith on the wing. New York moving the ball around. And Shane Battier gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
The Heat making a switch here. Chris Bosh is checked in for Anderson. Haslam comes in for Shane Battier. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Ray Allen. And it's Chalmers in for Norris Cole. Here's Miami now. They're on an 18-7 run. Going back to Carmelo, the superstar. Last season, his jersey sales jumped to first, Clark, in the entire NBA.
Seems like a good fit for him in New York.
Yeah.
I mean, his star has been magnified there, but it's due to his play. I mean, he embraces the expectations. And you think back to that game in April where he dropped 50 on the Heat. I think he's playing some of the best basketball of his career.
Smith, no luck.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Wade, he's covered by Felton. Wade, good.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Knicks trail by 9. Doubled by Chalmers. Smith kicks to Felton. Back to Smith. On the wing, Shumpert. Smith outside. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Smith's got 6.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Wade passes to Chalmers. Back to Wade. Kicks to Chalmers. LeBron fires the 3. The Knicks pull it in. Chandler's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Bargnani. On the wing, Shumpert. Back to Bargnani. A 3-pointer off the mark. And here's Bosh. Wade outside. The feed to Bosh. The pass to LeBron. He dishes it to Wade. Back to LeBron. Steps back and fires. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Heat out front, up 7. Keep it here for this.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. And it's a good one going out in New York. Glad to have you with us for our halftime show. The Heat are doing very well so far. The assist total indicative of their unselfish play, spreading that ball around. LeBron playing well in the first half. He's up to 9 points, and his two-way play has been good. Very active on the defensive side of the floor, bothering shots and bringing that energy all over the court. And a resilient Knicks team staying in it. You look at the offensive rebounds, they're creating second opportunities, and that's a key to winning. Their top scorer, Carmelo Anthony. He's got 7 points, and he's helped out with some key rebounds as well. And that'll do it for us here in the studio. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of the game.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
Tell you what, I think the Knicks need to change their strategy against Wade.
He has 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Going forward, I think it'd be a good idea to let him spend a little more time behind the arc. He looks like he has a nice touch from out there.
He passes to Bosh. LeBron outside. 3-pointer. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Knicks trail by 7.
While not as dominant on defense as they were a year before, the Heat still were tough at that end of the court. The thing is, you could see them turn it on and turn it off when they needed to defensively, so they always managed to get the key stop when they needed it. Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Wade kicks to Chalmers. He feeds it to Haslam. Back to Chalmers. Wade outside. With the lead pass. Chalmers dishes to Haslam. Misses off the left iron. And when you're coming off a title like the Heat are, there is a natural tendency to cruise. But, Clark, you said this, and Steve, I'm sure you want to comment on it. They can turn it up in a hurry.
Well, it's just so much athleticism on this team that if they want to press you in the half court, they usually can force turnovers, and if not, they can also sit back and play a more straight-up defensive style and be very effective that way as well.
Anthony left side. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. And the Heat call time here. And this part of the game always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well. All three of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, no question. Right. I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast. And so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. And look at Steve, got the Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah,
gotta love it.
And the Knicks with possession here. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Working on James. Outside, Felton. And that misses. That would have put him up. The Heat with the lead. In transition, here comes Miami. Here's Chalmers. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. And Miami has possession. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Wade gets the bucket.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
New York's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
Wade seems to be slowing down just a touch, and the difficulty as you get older, when you're not a great jump shooter, which Wade is not, is that defenses will back off, and that's the big challenge now for Dwayne Wade, adjusting to that newer style of defense that he's going to be looking at.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Felton kicks to Anthony. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And Steve, you go back to the strong output for Dwayne Wade last season for the 4th time. In his career, he averaged over 20 points and 5 rebounds and 5 assists a game. Clark, one of only 4 players in the league last season to hit that mark.
And Kevin, he led all shooting guards in player efficiency rating for the 5th consecutive season. Some might argue, but the numbers speak truth. He's the best shooting guard in the game.
Off his foot, and the ref's whistling a kick ball. Anthony, the pass to Felton. Looks for Bargnani, gets it to him. Back to Felton. He kicks it to Bargnani. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Well, I know you've heard the phrase run and gun. Well, the Knicks last season were walk and gun. They set a record in three-pointers made, 5th in three-point percentage as well, but they were dead last in fast break points.
Stolen by Bosch. Fast break, here we go. Drops in the breakaway layup. Bosch has got 6 points.
So deflating for a team, Clark, coughing up the ball at one end, and then it turns into immediate points at the other end.
And it's just as much of a boost for the team getting those easy points off the steal.
Felton kicks to Bargnani. Back to Felton. Just 5 to shoot. Tries again, and Chandler lays it in. He has 6.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Deflected. It's stolen by Anthony. The drive by Shumpert. Anthony dishes to Shumpert for the lead. And he lays it up and ends. And back to the Knicks, Coach Woodson gives them off-season conditioning programs. Training camp is mostly running. But, Steve, a slow pace of play once the game gets started.
Well, and in all seriousness, of course, there's running and movement, even in a half-court offense. But, some teams need to push the break to create offense. But the Knicks, they're pretty good in terms of scoring in the half-court. They can stretch you out. They can rely on Carmelo's one-on-one game, and they can pick you apart.
Outside, Felton. Back to Anthony. Chandler with the screen on LeBron. Felton. Wade is covering. Shumpert passes to Felton. Kicks it out to Bargnani. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. LeBron dishes to Haslam. Chalmers makes it off the glass. And now a three-point Miami lead.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Felton kicks to Bargnani. Anthony right side. Back to Bargnani. 6 to shoot. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the three ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. New York's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Felton kicks to Smith. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Chris Bosh is checked in for Chris Anderson. Battier, guarded by Stoudemire. Ray Allen is on the wing. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Cole drains the three-pointer. And the Heat lead by 1. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
This could be an instant classic, fellas. I mean, this thing has all the looks of a game that's going to go right down to the last shot.
Smith kicks to Stoudemire. 5 to shoot. Smith. They get it back. Stoudemire the pass to Chandler.
Great job. Taking right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left them no choice but to foul there.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring source for the Heat.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And they continue to knock down the long-range three-point shot as well.
Carmelo Anthony is checked in for the Knicks. LeBron dishes to Bosh. Up and in on the layup.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Boy, I'd like to know how many of their attempts have come from inside 5 feet. It seems like everything is right at the rim.
Outside, Felton. Back to Smith. There's the triple. Rebounded by Battier. The Heat with the lead. Allen kicks to LeBron. Back to Allen. Pass to Battier. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Talk about the definition of a role player, guys. What the perfect role player should look like, I think it's Shane Battier. I mean, he's as good as it gets in that role. An elite defender, can guard anybody, and he can hit the three at a pretty good rate. Smart, good passer. Just the epitome of what you want in a role player.
Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Miami. Smith kicks to Felton. New York, no good that time either. And Miami shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Bosh passes to Chalmers. The 3 from LeBron. Can't get it to go. And New York will come the other way. And, you know, you talk about Battier. He knows how to play his role. He doesn't try to do too much.
Okay, he's got a great basketball IQ. Understands angles and percentages. Seems to be able to guard about 3 different positions. And a terrific weak side defender. He's always the guy there waiting to take a charge.
Allen kicks to Chalmers. Battier dishes to Chalmers. Feeds it to Battier. Back to Chalmers. Allen covered by Smith. From past the arc. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Allen. Allen's got 3 assists tonight.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Leaps for it. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Stoudemire. The Heat have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. It's Battier on the wing. Bosh. Good. And it's a 3-point Heat lead
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
I agree, Clark. They need stops, and they can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are really high-percentage looks.
Anthony against LeBron. Can't hit. The Heat leading by 3. Battier kicks to Bosh. Chalmers. He's covered by Felton. Dishes to LeBron. Passes it to Chalmers. It's back to Battier. There's the feed to Chalmers. Just 5 on the clock. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Knicks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Smith the pass to Felton. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 11 points for Raymond Felton.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Here's Smith. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Now, it seems to me that they're taking a lot of pride in their rebounding tonight, especially at the offensive end, guys.
Battier dishes to Allen. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
Felton attacking. Count that one. Felton's got 11 points here in just the second half.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He told the squad, now is the time when we turn it on and leave them in the rear view mirror. It won't be easy, but guys, I know we can put them away. Let's see if they can deliver, Kevin.
And thank you for that, Doris. New York calls timeout. They lead by 1. 1:27 left here in the fourth quarter. .27 left in the game. Anthony up on top. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton has got assist number 5 here tonight. Back to LeBron. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Ray Allen is on the wing. Drills it from outside.
He gets that shot off so fast. Even when you're right there in front of him, it's still tough to block.
Chalmers against Felton. Leads him in there.
Oh, what a basket in at the perfect time.
How about the courage and backbone of this guy? Wow.
54 seconds left in the fourth. On the wing, Battier. Now the dish to Bosh. Kicks it to Chalmers. LeBron James on the wing. And again, LeBron missing. New York's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Bargnani passes to Felton. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. .27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. LeBron kicks to Bosh. Back to LeBron. Chalmers. Pass to LeBron. Here's the 3. Connects from downtown.
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're down by 1. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's what's your take?
No need to rush things, although I think you do want to get a shot off in time to the point where if you miss it, you got a shot on an offensive rebound.
Well, if you got a play in your quiver that gets you a good shot, one you've been saving all game, now's the time to use it.
Shooting from New York, Carmelo Anthony.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
He's got such a great rhythm at the line, whether it's with a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance like it is now.
And the Heat call time here. They trail by 1. 8 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bosch. Missed.
He's their top rebounder. He's doing an excellent job on the glass today.
Well, I tell you what, I love the effort he's shown on the boards today, Steve. It's been fantastic.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. So post-game sees New York take this one. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Carmelo Anthony.
We make it cool to be something.